What's good, everybody? Timeless Traveler here, and welcome back to my Let's Play. Now, I know what you all have been thinking, because I have been thinking it as well. With all of this wheat out here across this amazing field, just how much wheat do we have? How many shulker boxes can we fill? And how many hay bales can we produce? And how much bread can we get? I know you've all been thinking it. You've been wondering for quite some time, and we're gonna figure it out together. So what we're gonna do first is we got a bunch of things we got going on today, but first and foremost, we need to get the most important question out of the way. And I feel like did I do this, or was it supposed to? I feel like it was it square before? We'll just add it. So what we're gonna do is we're going to get rid of all the junk in our inventory, of course, and I'm going to use this amazing water bucket, and we're going to do a few things. We're going to just get rid of everything. We're going to toss it all into these shulker boxes to see just how much product we really have, except for not those. We're going to see just how much product that we have, how many seeds we can get, and how much wheat we get out of this. So we have all of these shulker boxes. Probably gonna need a couple more, because I remember putting this together. It took about 4 double chests just to that's how many wheat seeds it took. 4 double chests of wheat seeds. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that with the hoes, if they have fortune on them, it increases the amount of seeds that we get, or the amount of wheat. So if we just use just our hand, we get 1 wheat, 1 seed. Okay, this one's 2 of each. Usually we get a few more in my experience, just mining by hand, because you want to make sure you have enough seeds to replant everything. Usually gives us enough to replant and then some, but it seems that our crops are holding back on us. Okay, that time we got like what, 2? So we can replant and we'll have a couple more. Okay, so we always get 1 piece of wheat, and we always get 1 seed. Now let's go ahead and try that with a fortune 3. 4 seeds. Okay, that seems, maybe that was lucky. We got 3 seeds that time. 4 seeds. I lost count. But it's a lot. Okay, so this is gonna take longer. I was going to just water bucket everything, but if we really want to see the max amount of rates that we can get from this farm, I think the only thing that we can do that makes sense is to use a fortune 3 hoe. Which is unfortunate for me, because now I have to cut through everything with a hoe instead of just placing down a water bucket and just letting the water take out the crops. So, okay, we have our answer. Fortune 3 hoe is the way to go to get the most out of your crops, everybody. Take notes on that. So now we're going to do a bit of a time lapse, and you're going to see me from the top down, probably just plowing through everything with this hoe. And it's netherite now. We have all netherite tools, because last episode we did a lot of netherite mining. This upcoming project we're going to get a lot more, but now with the netherite hoe we can do this a lot longer. We don't have to worry about repairing it. We could probably do the whole field at least twice before this one breaks. But that's enough talking. Let's jump into the time lapse. Well, that took about, what, 40, 50-ish minutes, and, well, the whole thing has been completely shaved, completely trimmed down, and, well, let's go ahead and take a look at just how much I got. You're not going to believe this. So when it comes to wheat, we have 1,010 hay bales, everybody. That is, if we multiply that by 9, we have ourselves 9,090 bits of wheat. Counting that 5, we have 9,095. And now let's take a look at the seeds. Okay, so we started with putting this together was about 5 double chests. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we have 6, 7, 8, 8 and almost 8.5 double chests of seeds. We need to plant all this wheat. So one more time lapse. Five shulker boxes of seeds. That's all it took. I could have sworn when I put this whole thing together that it was about 6 or 7 shulker boxes, but essentially that's only 135 stacks of seeds, everyone, which equals about 8,640 spaces, wheat seeds that I have planted out. So that's about how much wheat we have. I think that was the same when I did the math on the hay bales. So now we got that figured out. We finally got that answer. We can get on to the meat and potatoes of today's episode, which, if you notice the title, it is slime related. So obviously we're probably going to be putting together a slime farm. Now this is going to be my very first slime farm, and I wanted to go somewhat industrial, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Right now I actually need some more pumpkins because I'm going to be using iron golems. We can use snow golems, but I honestly just don't like snow golems, and I don't trust them. So we're just gonna use iron golems. So I need to grow some pumpkins. So we're gonna get ourselves our crops set up, and I think this should be long enough. I knew that I had more pumpkins somewhere. I just can't find them. So it's okay. It's okay. We got enough pumpkins to start ourselves a basic farm. I just want to make sure that we have enough carved pumpkins for the iron golems. Maybe one day I'll do like a massive beginning of an episode special like Wadsy does, where he plants like 200 melons at the beginning of every episode. That's a little much for me at this point, but it is interesting. I have considered something like that. It does look kind of fun. But we'll just stick with some. This is just some temporary stuff for now. Gotta love bone meal, man. I can't imagine. I just sit here and actually wait for everything to grow naturally. Nobody has time for that. We got things to do. I suppose there is a bit more of a waiting process than I imagined. Yeah, sure, we can fully extend the stems, but then we still have to wait for the pumpkins to develop. So I might be here for a moment. Okay, well, that took much longer than I'd like to admit, but now we can move on to the next step, which is going to be heading east, and we're going to be marking out our slime chunk and pretty much start a massive excavation process. And now that we have our chunk established, it's time to let you in all on a little secret. So I mentioned earlier about how we we're going to make this industrial. Oh yeah, we have a nice little village over there. But so here's the thing. So for those who don't know how mob spawning works on Bedrock, you have, your passive mobs, your hostile mobs, surface mobs, cave mobs, all that stuff. When it comes to the hostile mobs, you get about 16 cave or 8 cave and 8 surface mobs, right? Within a 5 chunk radius. So from here, 5 chunks that way, that way, that way, and that way. It makes a nice circle all the way around. We will never have more than 8 hostile and cave and 8 hostile surface mobs within this farm. Okay, so a way to get more rates than what this 5 chunk density circle will provide is, of course, you have to increase your simulation distance to go beyond 4, so that 6th chunk out will be able to have its own spawn density check. So that means we can get, if we have another farm over there off to the east, we can get another 8 surface and 8 cave mobs. Off to the north, another 8 surface, 8 cave. Same for the west as well as the south. You get the idea. Let me tell you about the beauty of this particular seed chunk that I found. So if we take a look over here at chunk base, we're right here in the central chunk. And then you'll notice if we go to the north, we have 1 chunk, 2 chunk, 3 chunk, 4 chunk. That's as far out as it'll go. On that 5th chunk is going to be a whole new chunk check area. for mobs. So we could have one farm running here in the center, and we'll have another one right here in the north. And then we can see that we have the same amount of space on the west. So on that fifth chunk out from the center, we could put another farm. If we look at the south, we also have the same space, everyone. That means we can have one more slime farm. That gives us a total of 4 slime farms. Now, using the design from Silent Whisperer from just a couple months ago, each farm should produce us about 6,200 slime balls per hour, everybody. That's well over 24,800 slime balls per hour once we have all 4 farms. Now, that is going to be a massive industrial project that was probably going to span in between episodes, other future episodes, all that stuff. What we're doing today is we're just going to get one farm put in. And I mean, honestly, if you know how many slime balls 6,200 is, it's really, I'm never going to need more than that. If I run it for less than a day, I'll probably have more than I'll ever need. But just in case, say if we want to make like a slime biome, cover an entire island in slime blocks, who knows? We could always up the ante a bit and just go hard or go home and build 3 more farms. But like I said, that's going to be for a much later project. We are going to focus on the first one for now. It's going to be great. We already have all the materials we need to build not just the slime farm. Pro tip, everybody, if you are digging a massive hole, building a slime farm, creeper farm, whatever, never ever underestimate how many shulker boxes you need. If you think you need 5 shulker boxes, get 20. I'm serious. Yeah, we are, those ones are good. I just put down some extras just to kind of make sure that we would have enough. Let me actually get rid of this real quick. But we are pretty much filled to the brim with stone. Foolish of me, I actually brought shulker box of stone for building, completely forgetting the fact that I was building a massive stone pit. So I have extra, but this has turned out to be very profitable. We have stacks of coal ore, and I can't imagine how much it's going to be with fortune. We have ourselves a couple slime heads, because remember in the previous episode, I now have a mob head add-on, so we can decorate them with these cute little things right here. Look at this. This is great. They're literally just the smaller slimes. Now, of course, we're not done here. That was a hard landing. We're not done here, of course. We still have to build all the platforms all the way up until y equals 39 or 40. One of those two. Maybe see if I can get a couple more heads. They're very rare, so it's gonna be nice to gather up a small amount of them while I'm putting this farm together. We might just try to collect some more. But anyway, as I'm trying to say, we're still not done. So we have the stone pit. Now, all we have to do is build the platforms, build the collection area, get the iron golems in, all that stuff. So what do you say? One more time lapse? Let's go, everyone. now we are exactly in the right spot. So the final platform is here at 39. Okay. Add 24, we get 63. This is exactly at 60. This is exactly at 64, which is just enough. No. Okay, let's get a wider vector. Here we go. I can't see. And I missed it. And it's dusk. Okay, I'm smarter than the game. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bridge across. There we go. None of this nonsense anymore. Okay. So the idea is I need a few more slime heads, right? So here's what we do. And yeah, that didn't work. The idea is this is the closest platform that we can access. Otherwise, you know, I mean, obviously we can't get into there, right? So pretty much I'm going to spend however long it takes just waiting up here at the very top, waiting for the biggest, baddest slime, and then pouncing on him like this. Here we go. No. See, I got to be quicker than them because they're trying to go after the iron golems and they are immediately aggroing towards them. Even if I show up, they're not going to... that's a missed opportunity. Even if I show up, they're focused on the golem. You know what? We might... Oh, this is beautiful. Look how many slimes there are. You know what? We're gonna do a thing. And this thing requires all of the dirt. You know what they say? Work smarter, not harder, team. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just drop down here. Like this. We're literally just gonna cover this all the way. Now, the small ones will be able to sneak in there, but that's okay. The goal is to be able to just break them all down, hunt them, and I want to try to get a decent number of slime heads for the decoration. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? So we're going to sneak up on them just like this, wait for them to spawn. And only the ones that spawn on this platform will be trapped. The other ones are still getting farmed. We're only blocking off one of the 8 platforms. I think there's 8. There might be more. But all we have to do is wait for one to spawn, and that one's too small. Let's try to get some bigger ones in here. I know we got some big boys. We got some chonkers in here. I'm looking for the chonker. Here we go. Here's the chonker. Here we go. Okay, get him. Get him. You think we'll get one head from this? Probably. Let's see. Now you have to use the sword because looting 3 increases the chances of getting a head. Oh, I see one. I got one. See, it's a very small percentage, everybody. You saw how much work went into that. We only got one slime head, but they're so cute. Look at this. This is literally a smaller slime. This is perfect. Pretty much just gonna keep doing this for some time. With any luck, I can maybe get 10 within like 20 minutes or so. All right, after a little bit of time, we have ourselves a nice wide array of slimes from the small boys all the way up to the big chonkers. Okay, so we're just gonna nice and quiet now. We're gonna sneak up on it and strike. Instant kill. Let's lower their numbers. Try to get how many heads do you think we'll get from this harvest? Not a single head from that harvest. Oh no, I get why they make the percentage such a small number, but I mean, come on now. Look how many slimes there are. I gotta be getting a couple more heads than this. And after many failed attempts, I finally got one, team. We got one more. So I think that gives us a total of 5. And you know what? I think we're good with that. I think we are good with 5. Maybe we'll get more at some point down the line. Maybe not. We'll see if anything here yields us another head. But I think we're done. This takes way too long. Yeah, we have exactly 5, which that's fine. That's fine. They're very rare, so we got to be very careful how we use them for decoration. So all I have to do now is we're going to AFK here for a while, gather up enough slime blocks. Other than that, and maybe a door, I think we have everything we need to build our nice looking AFK platform. Okay, well, when I said the rates were 6,200 slime balls per hour, that is, well, if this whole area is optimized. So because this only works in the daytime, because we have all the hostile mobs on the surface and in nearby caves, we get a little less than half that per hour, which still isn't too bad. I mean, I let this run for quite some time. It's been a while since we last saw each other. But suffice it to say, I have a lot of slime balls, a lot of slime blocks, enough to build what I built here. Just let me show you something real quick. This is a chunk wide slime built out of all the slime blocks that I have accumulated from this lovely farm. And then see, we put good use with these slime heads. Aren't they adorable? I think they're just great. They're a great little addition. It's not too fancy. It's a little rudimentary. I'm thinking maybe we should put this on the inside at some point, just so it's just like one slime and everything's all taken care of on the inside. And we don't have a door because it just kind of ruins the look. So I just kind of break those and just place them back, but it's not too bad. We have ourselves on the inside. We have a nice shulker box loader, and it is, we have 4 double chests of storage. So 4 double chests filled with shulker boxes full of slime balls. So we won't have to restock and empty this out anytime soon. We just put our empty shulker boxes up in here, and we could actually take a look at this farm from up above. It's perfect. Now it's daytime. So up, here we go. Here we go. We have ourselves a slime, and we're going to see how this works for the first time. I just turned back on the difficulty, and look at that. Look, see, look at all those slimes. Not too bad. As far as optimization goes, well, to be honest, to make sure that no other hostile mobs spawn here, we have to do a couple things. And I mean, we're not going to do it this episode. I might do it off camera. Probably going to do it off camera. I came across a little X-ray glitch, which is going to be helpful for finding caves in this immediate area. Within those caves, we have to mob proof them so they don't take up our hostile mob cap. And as for the surface, basically, we have to spawn proof 8 chunk radius. From here, we have to go out another 128 blocks in all directions. So whenever we are within this specific chunk right here, there will be no other spawnable spaces except for this slime farm and the other 3 farms that we're going to be developing much later down the line. So we have quite the work cut out for me. But like I said, that's going to be a ways from now. But that is it, everybody. That is the end of today's episode, everyone. Thank you all again so much for watching. I am Timeless Traveler, and this was my Let's Play. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you think of my first ever slime farm, and what you think of our nice little slime friend right here. Don't forget, of course, as always, to leave a like down below, subscribe if you have not already, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my future videos. Now that we have ourselves a slime farm, everybody, and we have slime blocks, we are able to make flying machines. So be ready. I think maybe next episode or 2, we're going to be doing some serious ancient debris mining with a massive tunnel bore. So be on the lookout for that. Again, subscribe and hit that notification bell so when that episode does come out, you will know as soon as it's done. So until then, thank you all again so much for watching. You all take care, have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next episode.